Yeah,
it's almost like what you believe is your reality.
Absolutely. And if you believe that you're fun, funny, doing well in life, and you are a positive influence on any woman you meet, that'll become your reality, and it'll improve your interactions with women.
I mean, when's the last time you guys saw like one of those couples you're just like, how in the fuck did that guy pull that chick? I saw one once where it was when when a guy's so fat that he warps his shoes. You know what I mean? Like they were warped to like the right. They were just like curved. Yeah, he was like leaning. Yeah, exactly, like leaning. So it was like they were warped. Yeah. And his chick was driving. Yeah, they got out. He got some Starbucks, and they were like, he was all over.
His shoes were warped.
Well, you could just he was so fat, and
I don't think I've ever been like that guy's shoes lean to one side because of his weight.
Really, you've never noticed that?
What was he wearing?
He was wearing like these like Nikes, but they were warped.
Okay, how fat is this guy? How fat are we talking here?
Over 300 pounds. And the girl was like a 9. Like she looked like a model, and he was all up in that ass.
Yeah,
maybe he paid, but she was driving. She paid for the drinks at Starbucks. She had an expensive purse. He looked like a ratty, like just fat dude. And somehow he was pulling like a fucking 9.
His game was tight.
Probably.
I have seen some kind of like fugly looking dudes who just happened to accidentally nut inside of a chick on like a one-night stand, and now they're kind of stuck together because they have a baby.
The chick's hot?
Yeah, the chick's hot, and it's like, oh, why are you with this? Oh, y'all have a baby.
That is the greatest mistake that woman ever made.
I've seen that a number of times. This is not a pretty sight.
But what we were talking about, how you can't let too much time pass when you're around hot chicks, otherwise they'll become less and less attracted to you. That holds up right there. The fat guy got in like Captain Kirk barrel rolling in before the airlock door closes. He got her pregnant, and now she's his for the rest of time. I mean, that relationship is the fat guys to fuck up. Now that they have a kid, as long as he just generally isn't the biggest piece of shit in his city, she will stick around because they have a child.
And you know what I heard? I heard often the single mothers will actually cheat on their partners with the baby daddies a lot of the time. So you pretty much have that pussy for life.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Hey, Croc, you should go around trying to impregnate some hotties, dude.
Oh, I'm thinking about it. Like, I got no nothing.
Please don't, King. No, you're fucking right, though. Paul Janka, my pickup mentor.
He was a man, dude.
Dude, he was good. When I was in college, he was the guy whose essays I would read. He said that there are, I forget, 2 men who will always have access to a woman. I believe one was an ex-husband, but you know what? It might have just been one. He said that a baby daddy will always be able to still reach a woman, and she will still be of importance in her world, which backs up what King Croc is saying, that you got to look out for the fucking baby daddies. Preferably, you just can't marry a chick who's got a baby. I'm sorry.
That happens all the time, though, huh?
Yeah.
In my family, it happened, but he's in prison for life, or he was for like 20 years now.
The Venezuelan?
No.
That'd be so funny if you just
My mom's ex-husband had been in prison for like a super long time, and she got remarried and adopted my older siblings because they were like little kids when he got locked up.
Oh, okay.
I know somebody. I'm going to be very vague about this, but I know a guy who has sex with a chick who has a kid, and she really, really likes him and is trying to date and probably eventually marry him. And I know this guy well. It's not going to happen. And he doesn't have the heart, and I don't have the heart to tell her, like, hey, you have a kid. It's over.
It's all, you just, I mean, like my father would probably disown me if I married. Oh my God, yeah, that's like the worst thing. I mean, he's had many explanations. Besides being really fat is one of the worst things that can happen to you. Another one is having being with a woman that has children already. Like,
what if the dad died?
I mean,
that's better. That's better.
That is better. She's a widow.
A little better.
Yeah.
Adam Carolla had a genius bit on this where he said that hooking up with a chick who has a kid or a stutter or a clubfoot, it's like getting a brand new appliance 60% off because it has a little ding in the paint, or it's a car that, I don't know, it got test driven one too many times and it just has 15 or so miles above the limit for what you can charge full price for. Something like that, like a little defect where a guy who is a 6 maybe he's able to snare a 9 because her baby out of wedlock brought her down to a 7.
And maybe that's what it is. Maybe that you see the fat guy. Maybe she had a kid, and he was like the dude that was like, that's fine.
Also, I don't know if women know. I mean, there's a couple of women that have our Patreon, and they should know this. But if you work on yourself and you're a badass and you become wealthy, even if you have kids, you could still pull like a great guy. I mean, like if you look at like J-Lo, I mean, she has 3 kids, I think, with 2 different guys. And
wait, is she still married? Oh,
she's engaged to Ben Affleck now, but she was engaged to my boy A-Rod, who follows me on Instagram, and he does, dude. And how
many DMs have you sent him that have gone unanswered?
Just one. He answered me one time, and then the second time I just sent him a video of him hitting like a home run from like a Yankee fucking Instagram, and I was like, legend, and he didn't respond. Whatever, it's all right.
One of the bridesmaids had a Yankees tattoo on her arm.
Damn,
you would have been in.
Damn, for real?
You would have been
I'd
in.
be like, A-Rod follows me. Hey, what up?
She might have been a poser.
Probably.
I met this one fan of ours who I sold all my Pokemon cards with. And he's like super into sports cards and obsessed with the Yankees. I was like, this guy and Leo would be best friends.
Yeah, Leo, 50% of Leo would love him because he's a Yankees fan, and the other 50% would want to strangle him to death because he has cards. And he
but his sports cards are like thousands and thousands of
It doesn't matter. It's nerdy.
Crazy.
Leo doesn't care.
You never had like baseball cards in like a box somewhere?
No,
you
Pokemon cards.
Pokemon cards?
I have a lot of holograms in a binder in my attic. I don't know where they are.
Get them,
look
dude.
at them.
Get them. They could be worth a lot.
My Pokemon cards got us the down payment on our new studio.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I got $2,200 for like a bunch of cards.
Okay.
Damn.
So I have a binder. All of mine come from probably 1998.
Dude.
I have a binder full of holograms.
You could have
Any
something
year
crazy.
they could be really expensive. It just depends. Yeah.
And they're
What do you think
decent?
I'm holding? There was probably 400 cards in there. All of the flagship holographics. Dragonite, Gyarados, Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise. I had it all.
I mean, some of those cards ungraded, like if you just had like a Charizard, that's easy $300. And then if it's in good condition, it could be thousands.
I want to donate it all to King Croc.
King Croc. Dude, but like, so I perused like a couple of cards that I had, and I've just found one, a Jeter rookie card from before he was like a minor league Jeter card, and I hit up a guy on Instagram and asked him how much do you think it'd be worth, and he said 500 to 1,000, just like one card. I was just perusing, and I was like, oh shit. So the cards have become an odd, solid investment somehow. Baseball cards and cards in general. It's strange, but it's true.
Yeah, the sports cards are really interesting because it's like sports betting. It's different than Pokemon because with Pokemon, it's like, oh, if you like Charizard, it's a popular character, it's worth a lot of money. With baseball, in sports, it's all about buying the card of somebody when they first start.
Sure.
And then as you watch their career go,
sure.
It's like the cards drop $500,000 each game, depending on how well that specific person
So a great
performs.
investment would have been buying an A-Rod card. And like a terrible investment would have been buying a Leo Dottavio baseball card.
Yeah, exactly.
Leo
And they
Dottavio
do
be
sell
worth
college
nothing.
cards for people who may go pro. So
Mitch,
there could have been a Leo card.
Leo card. No, the only thing that was they had they only did one year. They had an NCAA EA Sports game, and it happened to be the year that I was at UCLA, 2004. And there's a player on the bench that's like big, and he kind of has only one tool, and that's probably me.
Wow.
We gotta play that.
Wow.
one.
I'm very curious to see
And I
it.
never made that game again. But no, fucking Mitch, actually, he bought like 50 rookie cards of this guy, Jason Dominguez, that's maybe could be one of the like an unbelievable player that's he's in the Yankee system. He's like in the minor leagues right now. He's like 19. And he signed for $4 million when he was 16. And from the Dominican, I think, or Venezuela, one of those two. But if that guy ends up being like phenomenal, I mean, Mitch they could be like, if they're 1,000 each or something,